and I'm in the corn crib where I have chickens for the winter, and I ran into an issue, and let me show you what I ended up having to do. So this is the other side of my winter chicken water. It's an IBC tote. The pipe comes through here, goes down there, goes down here to these water nipples, and then it goes to the other side where I have a fancy three-way valve. But this was the pump that was in there, and what I'm noticing is there's a lot of sediment that's collected on it. So I went ahead and ordered a replacement pump. I have it configured now, but I don't have it on the bottom of it, and hopefully it won't suck up all of the sand that's settled in the bottom. So another thought that I had was putting a spin down filter, but to avoid any freezing issues during the winter, there's a part in the basement right before it goes out underground out to the barn, and that would be a great spot for the spiral sediment filter. So pretty much what happened is all of the water that went out to the barn and garden hoses and stuff used to go through the water softener. Well, I was tired of paying for the salt for the water softener with it just going out to the barn. So I ended up diverting it and running a separate line, PEX line to it. So that's why there's all the rust and sediment in it. So what my thought is if I can put this spiral down in the basement, filter in the basement before it goes underground, then I won't have to worry about it slowing water down out here and it freezing. And all of the farm water would benefit from it. So what I ended up doing, since I was replacing the motor, I ended up cutting, so this is where it had attached before. I cut it back so it was fresher. That way, as this gets older, I didn't want it to crack and stuff, but this stuff is pretty heavy duty. It has little pieces of, I think it's fiberglass webbing that is, or thread that's on there to help reinforce it. And then I have, I did the same thing on the other end to be able to keep the pump off the bottom of it. So I'm thinking what I could do come spring is open this up and get a power sprayer and spray all of that sand out there and then drain it out. And then the water that I would refill this with would have that spiral sediment filter on it in the house, in the basement, before it comes out here. Let me show you other future plans / ideas that I have is I need to get rid of this and do this type of treatment to the wall. I think last time I did it, I just ran out. And then what I did was I put some rigid insulation there. That way, it doesn't matter if it gets damp. It's the rigid stuff. And so then once I get that situated, then what I want to do is have a pretty much a pulley that goes up, and I'll be able to open up the door here. And then it will be able to direct the chickens out to the chicken run there. And then I'll build sort of a barricade on the other side that I'll have to open up. That way, birds on that side, I can give access to the run like one day, then the next day I can have these birds get access to the outside. I'm possibly thinking about moving that electric powered door, because I could, in theory, get this one to open at a certain time, and then I'd put a different door there. And then if I got the timings right, I'm not sure if I could get the timings right, because those chicken doors, they only open and close programmed once a day, so I don't think I'd be able to schedule it at different times. But let me, so over here I added some new light bulbs up there, and this is where the water comes up. And I have these disconnects here. That way, if for some reason I need to, I can pull this whole IBC tote out of here. And I had to build this special door so I could fit the IBC tote in here. And then over here I have Gladys and her not so baby chicks anymore. Let's see if she'll let me get a little bit close. But yeah, this gives her a lot of space over here and to not be bothered by the other chickens. This is a heated dog bowl that I had my wife put in here when that pump stopped working, just as a temporary fix. Now, I've replaced this water nipple and this one, and I think this one. I could probably replace that one and that one. I'm not sure. But yeah, go ahead and put in the comments if you have any questions about this setup. I'm pretty happy with it. When it's going well, it's really on point and does a great job watering a whole bunch of chickens during the winter. And pretty much the goal is on this side of the IBC tote for there to be smaller birds, and then on the other side full-size birds, so their water nipples are up higher off the ground. And then I have a pan in there for the ducks and the geese, and then I have a special valve for me to put fresh water out there for the ducks and geese. So I'm really happy with it. It does run on 400 watts of power, and then I think I only have like a 250 watt heated element in here, partly because it's moving 1,700 gallons an hour. I don't feel like it needs to be the hottest, the most powerful heat element, just for it to gradually add some heat back into the water system is really what I'm looking for, because I don't want to overpower my circuit, but I have a GFI outlet. I thought that the issue would be resolved by replacing that. It wasn't, so to me that meant that motor was working too hard and overloading the circuit. So you definitely want to make sure when you're dealing with electricity and water to have a GFI outlet. And for this setup, I specifically ran one 20 amp electrical outlet GFI that goes directly to a 20 amp breaker on the main electrical panel. And my goal with that was so that if I needed to put anything that used a lot of wattage, I wouldn't have to worry about it being overloaded. Now the other stuff is on lights, and I do have some heated elements on there, but you definitely have to keep in mind of the load that you're putting on your circuits, and you don't want to overpower them because you could have a fire if the safety mechanisms fail during it. So hope everyone's doing well. Stay safe, and make sure to check out farmerbrad.com if you'd like to purchase a heated chicken water that you manually refill during the wintertime, and then you hook it up to a garden hose during the summertime, and it refills automatically. I got, I think 5 of those available right now on my website, farmerbrad.com. And then also, I have a whole bunch in stock of the 2-gallon automatic chicken water buckets. So take care until next time.